yes, I remember. We just gotten off the little bulldozer ride, hadn't we? I'd actually managed to forget about that somehow. Which, I didn't expect. Oh, hello,
I
mate.
Feel them growing ever so strongly inside you.
Sadler!
Perhaps you can resist, but you cannot disobey. Now, come to me, Ashley.
Doesn't match your hair. Clashes horribly.
Ashley!
I thought he was pulling a gun. Unless it's a bomb. Oh, that's a staff. You're right, Leon. Is your appendix stop rupturing?
Begun.
What is it with me? What is it with me? And starting videos right at the end of chapters. Yes, get on with it. Right then. Okay then, that was a little unexpected. Sorry, we probably should have ended the video on that rather than begun it. But never mind. Such is life. What's with the zapping noise? Been making a Frankenstein around here, have you? There's something over there. I can see it with my eyes. There's some money. Goodness. I can probably keep it in a wallet. We didn't just leave it under the staircase. But then again, I don't understand exactly how the minds of people like Sadler works. After all, who would want such a... Well, I was going to say who would want such a tentacly staff, but I guess it could come in handy on the long cold nights. Right, our plan. Hopefully it doesn't involve quite this much pain. Because of that agent, we lost Chief Mendez and Ramon. Nevertheless, everything will proceed according to plan. I must admit, however, the loss of my loyal men is a bit disheartening, but I will deal with it. That's it. Chin up, old boy. Replacing that loss will not come easily. I must choose wisely, for the plague reflects the consciousness of their hosts. If chosen poorly, they could betray me. That means that my plague, the plague in Leon, and the plague in Ashley is going to behave differently to the plague in all of the enemies that we've been fighting, because our consciousness is that of the good guys. I need men who will swear their allegiance to me. I have learned my lesson with Sarah. When Sarah betrayed me, I must not make the same mistake again. In this important hour, I cannot wait, and will not have anyone stand in my way. No, that's why you made me kneel on the floor, isn't it? I sure didn't like it now standing up. I get the impression that Sadler is short. That's probably why he was standing at the top of this little staircase. I sense a Napoleon complex. Right then. Let's have a look at the map before we stick our face in this door. Right, presumably we need to get to the other end of this. Oh yes, I vaguely remember having a wee look at this. Giddy aunt, I don't remember it being quite this long before.
What's the news on our friend, Leon?
He's not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
Perfect.
Just so we understand each other clearly, I don't trust you, nor does Wesker. If you try to do anything clever, I will kill you.
Is that so? You know, I met Wesker long before you.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm now very confused. So that bloke, of whom I do not know, was speaking to that woman, of whom I do not know. This is the problem with jumping in the fourth game, is that it's going back to the beginning. They said that Sadler was aware of their plan. Is there a person in there? Probably, yeah. Is there a person here that's sort of nearby and is going to be violent with me? Not sure I'm ready for that, frankly, on this peaceful Thursday afternoon. What the hell was that noise? I'm so out of practice with this game. Right, so out of practice with my aim as well. I've just been battling slimy slugs. I have not had have not been practicing this. Because I can't, because there's literally no way I could practice it. Because I'm rattling. Yeah, that's right. Get back down the stairs where you belong. Right, okay. Let's just... So, hang on a minute. That man and that woman are in cahoots. For something or other. And Sadler's figured that out. He's aware of their plan. And there's also this bloke called Wesker around, who seems to be involved as well. Right, you know what? I'm just going to pretend that I understand what's going on. Because probably you do understand what's going on, and I'm just boring people by being confused. Evening, fella. Can I kick you? I feel like I haven't kicked anyone in about 3 hours. I feel like we should do some more. Idiot. I need to be a bit more circumspect. I'll tell you what it is. It's the sound, right? There's no music. Normally the music would be kicked into high gear here to tell me that there is danger about, and there are many malicious men that wish to do murdering. Well, I mean, other than me, obviously. I'm always out. Yeah, I just want that thing to get a bit further away. I've been walloped by that thing many times. Right, is that all of them, or are there yet more? Excuse me. No. I reckon that is about the size of it. So where are we going then? We could go through this green door on my left, or we could go up, I think, up here. This looks less sort of final, so we should go this way. Hello. Prepare to have slightly less face than you used to. Prepare to have slightly less shield. There we are, that's better. Right, how many bullets have I got? Not a lot. I haven't got a lot of bullets for anything, to be quite frank, so I'm going to use this, because I feel like this is the most sacrificable thing. Oh, I see. Leon kicks if you click. That explains why all of the mystery kicks have been going off when I haven't been asking him to do that. That's nicely designed, right? The fact that I seem to have something stuck in my throat is much less nice, but I'm sure so. Yay, bullets. Excellent. Make up for the millions I plugged into those regenerator creatures ages ago. Okay then, right. Let's go through here and see if we can track down Ashley. I do find it a bit odd that I haven't activated my homing beacon. But maybe that's what this red blob is representing. Okay, we've got a flash grenade, we've got a bit of money, but this doesn't look like where I'm supposed to be going. I seem to have accidentally walked into a cupboard. Yes, because I went through the wrong door. Right, never mind. Me and my utterly broken GPS are going to go through this door this time. There we are. That's what you get for buying your GPS in a street market. Am I in the correct door this time? Okay, good. Okay, so I think at the end of this corridor we'll head downstairs and then we can chase after Ashley. Right, let's kick this door open. Huzzah. Right, this area is open and exposed. I feel very vulnerable here. It looks like a big warehouse or something. Like a big factory floor, perhaps. Judging by all the machinery, I'm guessing it's more on the factory side of things. It's oddly peaceful, and there's nobody here that wishes to murder me. I shouldn't be upset about that, but I am suspicious. I am so suspicious. I mean, just look at that catwalk over there and tell me that people aren't going to stand there and chuck things at me. Alright. I'll pretend like everything's fine. Evening, mate. Oh. Every single time, I forget about the QuickTime event. But never mind. Now that I have gotten myself thoroughly sliced, we shall try that again. Right. You can just see him off to the left-hand side here for an instant. I'd go for the gun, Leon, if I were you, rather than the little knife. Ah, can't change the buttons and catch me off guard. I know what's up.
Been a long time, comrade.
Krauser.
I died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you?
You're the one who kidnapped Ashley.
You got on quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
Okay, the first time I had the excuse that it had been a week. This time, I have literally no excuse. And my excuse is I was interested in the story. But still. Right. This time, I'm going to glue one hand to the mouse and the other hand to the keyboard. And now I'm not going to screw it up. Okay, can I skip this bit? No. Right. Idiot. I'm still confused. Massively confused why we're having a knife fight, when presumably we're both relatively competent marksmen. At least Leon is when he hasn't got me in charge of his brain.
Comrade.
You don't sound
Krauser.
Russian, so why are you using that
I
word?
died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you?
You're the one who kidnapped Ashley.
You got on quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
What do you want?
The sample Sadler developed, that's all.
Leave Ashley out of this.
Oh, I needed her to buy Sadler's trust in me. Like you, I'm American.
You
Is
got
that
her
it?
involved just for that?
Can I say something now? No. I can remember I've got a job to do, that's what I can do. Don't kiss. I'm not ready for that. I'm not prepared for that.
All for Umbrella's sake.
Umbrella.
Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade!
I can't change the button halfway through the spam, mate. That's not fair.
Ada.
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
Question is, who's we? Okay, that's not fair. That's also not human.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
I mean, that's just true of all of us. We're all gonna, hit the grave eventually. No, I'm not gonna
You
take a
knew
drink.
each other?
More or less.
Hang on to the buns.
Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
Oh, now who?
Enjoy the reunion with your old friend.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Wonderful. I wouldn't want my special guests on the island feeling unattended.
Guess I'm supposed to thank you, right?
Ah, I have an idea. Since you're here, why don't I introduce you to it? It should keep you busy.
Can't remember the name, huh? A senior moment, perhaps.
Oh. Enjoy the fun.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Always love playing the pronoun game. Right. Okay then. So much has just happened, and I feel like I wasn't really involved in any of it. I feel like I just sat here and watched a movie for a few minutes, and at the same time still managed to suck at it, which is quite impressive. But of course, it would only be a cretin like me that could manage such a feat. Okay then. So, I still have no idea what's going on in the story. I'm just going to look for whatever it is and try to kill it before it manages to kill me, so that we can enjoy a bit of fighting. Was I supposed to go this way? I'm beginning to think I wasn't. Can't see anywhere. Oh, there is another ladder over there. It's over there in the corner. I just couldn't quite see it, for it is a merely slightly different shade of grey amongst all the other shades of grey around here. Right. I feel like there's a very convoluted and complicated and fascinating story going on here, but really I have no idea what any of it is. I don't like that this place looks sort of medical. I really don't like that this place looks sort of medical and high-tech, because that reminds me of the regenerators. Oh, you are yanking on my chains, aren't you? Where's all the sound gone? I'm sorry, what? Agility isn't Leon's strong suit. Right, I'm going to stand here. I hope you're not getting my tip of my bowel nibbed off. And then we just got to slip through all of these lightsaber blades at the correct moment, which would be right about now. Idiot. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm not a jewel thief. I can't deal with this. It's about then, isn't it? Whenever that is. Yeah, it's there. That's the moment. That's the moment to go. Right. That's going to go up. And now. Nope. Wasn't then. It was slightly not then. I have become a fried Leon. I forgot to bring any toast. Right. Giddy. At least the game is keeping itself nice and varied again. Presumably this isn't the it was referring to, though. I don't like the length of this corridor. The length of this corridor implies I've got to go through this little song and dance many times. And I don't like that. But alright, I need to figure out how close I can get without being in a pickle. Yeah, it's about that close. Okay. I need to run in a nice straight line as well, which isn't the easiest thing in the world to do with this camera. Goodness. Oh, not again! Oh, I should get through that before they activate, shouldn't I? Pure blind luck. The safeguard of the fiddlesticks. There is a switch on the right. Oh, it's just this, you mean? Ah, marvellous. Unlocking. Very kind of you. Oh, gosh. It's locked. There's a switch on the right. You mean... Oh. Lovely. Bit for... Oh. Right. Yay! I think. Am I alive? Am I alright? I think I'm alright. This is where the boss fight is going to happen, isn't it? I'm going to switch to this, just to be on the old safe side. Okay, I've got many flashbangs, they might come in handy. Ain't got a heck of a lot else, though. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This doesn't seem to be a particularly useful place to go. It seems like there may be a secret passageway somewhere round the back. But the church shan't be very happy about me saying that. Take what? Take this chair. I brought this chair from home. I'm taking it with me. It's an emerald. Where was it? Actually, I don't want to know. What the hell? Question mark. There's no time for resting. You look suave, Leon. I don't really want to think about all of the Sadlerific farts that have been exploded into that cushion, but never mind, at least I've got a thick pair of combat trousers on. Oh, there's something up there. Can't quite see what it is, though. I don't really want to waste a bullet getting it down, but I'm sure it'll be worth a few pennies. Here we are. Let's have a wee look at this. At least we will if Leon will get his feet unstuck from the floor. Leon, what's going on? I can't even see your feet for crying out loud. What's this? The elegant headdress. That's not a headdress, that's clearly a pin. Probably for a lapel, but never mind. Let us not quibble. Let us instead go through this door. And feel like we're on Mothership Zeta. But okay, I guess we'll go on a little adventure and figure out what's going on. Goodness, this episode is really different from all the others, isn't it? Loads of quick time events, loads of cutscenes, there's a story. I guess that makes sense given that we're closer to the end, one presumes. I still have no idea how much more, how much less there is. There's a little whirlpool down there. Which I'm not entirely convinced I've consented to, but alright. Should I check under... Something under the staircase! I've literally been looking under staircases in indie horror games for years and never seen anything. I'm very glad to have finally found something. Right then. Speaking of finding things, what am I going to find on the other side of this door? Hello, friend. Probably a Balrog or something else less pleasant. Lewis's memo. I'll report my findings about the plague here. The plague has 3 distinct characteristics. As mentioned previously, the plague have the ability to manipulate the behavioural patterns of their hosts. The plagues are social organisms. By this, I mean that instead of living individually, they like to live in a perfect social harmony. Ah, how lovely. It is believed that they have a collective intelligence like the Borg. This type of behaviour can be seen among insects such as bees and ants, however this kind of social behaviour is rarely seen among parasitic organisms. Perhaps it is a learned behaviour by the plague. I am finding out if there is any relationship with their final characteristic. The plague have exceptional adaptation abilities. They are able to live off many kinds of organisms by creating a symbiotic environment very quickly. This ability, when combined with their social behaviours, allows them to interact intelligently between hosts regardless of the host's organism. I am ashamed to admit that my pure fascination with the plague in hindsight has blinded me to the true research objectives of the Lost of Luminados. Even with the knowledge that Sadler was going to abuse the results of these experiments, I could not pull myself away from my research. As a result, I am responsible for the entire mess he has made. I see now that I was wrong, but can I stop their evil plans alone? I see, Sir Lewis was a researcher. He's very dapper for a researcher, I must say. Can I go through here? I can indeed. What sneakiness can we find back here? Not a hell of a lot. You don't have a very exciting sneaky boudoir, my friend. But, never mind. Right then. Let's see, do you have anything new that I can use to fight whatever it is on the other side of this door?
Got some rare things. What are you
What can I
buying?
upgrade? I could upgrade this up to 28. Problem is, I've no bullets for it. Couldn't afford it even if I did have bullets for it. And I don't have the Killer 7.
What are you selling?
Right, let me see. How much is this headdress worth? 10,000.
Ah,
Not bad at all.
thank you. Is that...
Get rid of that as well.
What are you selling?
Realised that I had more than one of those. Which is less than
Is that all?
important.
Thank you. What are you buying?
Doubt you're going to have anything of interest to buy, are you? Anything new anyway. No, maybe I should buy this. Oh, gosh. I feel like I probably should, to be
back,
quite
baby.
frank. No, I don't have the space for it anyway. Right then, I don't suppose there's any putting it off. Yes, there is. We're going to look at the map. That's a nice way of putting things off, isn't it? Okay, well, this doesn't look like a boss fight arena, if nothing else. No, it doesn't look like there's... No, nothing looks like a boss fight arena, so that's nice. Yes. It is just some caves. And, oh no. Big open areas. They usually imply those blasted flying grasshopper creatures that I despise with all my heart. That noise had better not be the pitter-patter of your little grasshopper feet. Oh no, it's just a burning barrel. That's fine. I can deal with that. The hell am I looking at? It's like some kind of contraption the Riddler would dream up. Seems to have certain different numbered stages, as it were. How curious. Presume we'll only need to begin at the beginning, shock horror on that front, and work my way through so that I reach the end. Why the hell I wouldn't just walk across the top is beyond me, but oh, fiddlesticks.
Ashley. What is that?
Tell me the cave system isn't alive, at least tell me that. It's a centaur from Fallout. It's literally a centaur from Fallout. Yes, it's exactly a centaur from Fallout. Not the ugly one as well, it's odd. It won't open, but there's got to be a way. Yes, the way is a shotgun, my friend. You're not just gonna die from this, are you? I know that for certain. Can you climb over this, Leon? No, you probably can't. Which is more than irritating. Oh dear. I do not have the shells to keep mucking around with. What? What? What do you mean this isn't open either? Oh gosh. Right, what the hell do you mean this isn't open? Where the hell? What the hell? That wasn't there before, was it? Where the hell am I going then? I need to get and press this button, but I can't do that because nothing is opening for me. I'm very confused. Oh, goodness, I feel old and out of touch with this modernness. Am I not necessarily supposed to shoot that, am I? Yes, I am. Why the hell am I meant to do that? Okay then, so what does this big red button do then? Ask an obvious question. What does this do? I activated one of the emergency switches. There must be another one. I mean, naturally. I'm just praying that there's large volumes of quick-time events in order to get me out of this rather than anything else I have to deal with. Because I do not have the ammunition to fight this kid. If indeed he can even be bludgeoned at all. The door should be open now. I have to get out of here before the whole container drops. Giddy aunt. Where the hell am I going? Wait, what? Out here? Oh, alright then. If you insist. Right. Why do I get the distinct impression the creature weren't in there when we went? When it went? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, okay. Looks like there's another green switch there, but I can't see it. I see it flashing. Can't shoot it yet. I should probably take... put my hand onto the quick time buttons, just in case I need them, only to realise that this was the wrong place to come. Okay, there's a button over there. There we are. This leads me to one of them. This. Oh, good, I need that. This is the wrong place to be standing, but alright. I've just got to be quick, careful, and not muck about. Okay, there's the other button. Okay. Large volumes of right angles in this building are making it not too difficult. Right. Oh, get off me! Loud. Very first time you hit me and you don't give me a quick time, I feel that's thoroughly unfair, friend. Just go through the door, Leon. Just go through the door post haste. There we are. Okay, now it seems like you get a moment's respite after I drop one of the pieces down. So I need to use some of this. I'm going to use one of these to boost my maximum health. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to use another one to boost my maximum health again. And then I'm going to use an ordinary green one. There we are. All sorted. Right. Oh, gosh. I'm still screwed, but okay. Yep, that's one of them done. Okay, that makes some progress towards evening threat. Are you going to mutate into something worse? Yes, somehow you are. I honestly didn't think it was it was possible for you to get any frickin' uglier, but somehow you managed it. Can I just drive you away? There we are, just for a minute. Where's this button? Where's the button for... I don't know why I'm craning my neck to look for it. Where's the button for... Oh, it's probably through here. Probably should have seen that one coming. Probably should have frickin' reloaded as well, thinking about it. Probably should be using my brain. Sadly, that thing has been out of use for about 2 decades. Okay, it must be on the other side of here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you want me to go back again? Leon, you've got to learn to climb, my friend. You've got to learn how to climb. Jump over these little fence posts. It's a necessary part of the job. You think you CIA agents were taught how to do that? Okay, there we are. Right, now let's just get the hell out of here before we get kissed again by Mr. Pincers. If he's on the other side, that should give me enough time to get through here before he attacks me again. I suppose we're jumping onto this now. Holding all of my hands ready for a quick time event. Oh good, it actually went down with the ship this time. Marvellous. Whew. So was that it? Was that the it that it was referred to? What the hell did he put the plague into to make that? It was like a crab and a lobster and a man and just a load of meat. Maybe he just went into a meat market and just threw the plague everywhere and thought, yeah, that'll sort the problem out. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It was a hell of an experience. The one I have no particular desire to repeat. Okay, at least we've got some magnum bullets, and hopefully this time I shan't throw them all away like I did last time. Of course it's still a frickin' live. Right, I actually want to go through that door. Again, Leon, you really need to know how to climb over these things, because it's like desperately important. Right, okay, just turn around. A little closer, a little closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. That'll do nicely. Okay, so I've set him on fire slightly. Kitty Auntie's right near me. I forget that these creatures can turn around and they're vaguely competent. Okay, can I open any of these gates by like shooting more green buttons on the far side of them? Or are they going to open later when I'm finished here? Oh, there's a switch there. There's a switch on the wall. Can I do this now? Because I'm going to guess that he's not just a bullet sponge. I'm going to guess there's something a bit more interesting going on. What the hell is going on with the frame rate? I am so sorry, but I've got slightly more important things to worry about. I mean, there's nothing more important than... Well, I mean, there are things more important, but you know what I mean. I am so sorry if the frame rate looks dreadful for you. It doesn't look great from here. Okay, right. Assuming he can't come from that angle. Yes, he can come from that angle. These people seriously need to stop using their brains. No, not him, for crying out loud! Gosh. Let's try that again. Right. Which side is he going to approach from? The back side, one hopes. There we are, okay. Well, that's at least weakened him as much as I think I'm going to be able to weaken him, so I suppose now it is going to be a bullet sponge matter. Well, those were barrels of fire, so I'm going to guess that he's pervious to fire. So I am going to try and burn him. At least a little bit. Right, where are you, mate? There you are. I'm also going to try and stun you. There we are. And now I'm going to try and blast you. Well, this isn't working. You seem to be taking some damage, but mainly... Goodness, that's a new definition. But mainly from just when I hit the big clawy head wobbly thing. A bit like when the people have the infection that spurts out of their back. They are pervious to that particular area. Can I just have a quick look at the map before we go any further? Okay, so that little door is important. That little door will lead me out of here when I finish with our friend. Right, okay. Give me a moment to set all those barrels off again, and then we'll have another go at shooting him. What the hell? Okay, a lot of stuff is going on wrong right now, and I'm not approving of none of it. Right, let's get your bulbous buttocks out of there. I love that you don't even flinch to a shotgun shell. Is it that bit of him that gets hurt? I'm not convinced. I'm not at all convinced. I'm beginning to think it might be his actual head, like his natural one, rather than that bit. The bit that's down there. Yeah, I'm now more convinced that that is the correct area to be shooting. Cutie, I'm being a bit too sensible is the problem. Which way up are you going to come up? The wrong way up. Brilliant. Okay, right. You just come back and around. I'll use another flashbang. I should stun him just long enough for me to get a couple more bullets into the fence. No, that won't stun him at all, it seems. No, wrong frickin' button that time. I do hate it when they use the X and C because my hand isn't naturally there on the keyboard. Just with the stop it. No, it seems you wouldn't. Try this. It won't work. Oh, it didn't work. That one, I suppose. Life. This is proving to be one of the more difficult boss fights, and I'm not entirely convinced why, because it shouldn't be that difficult. Just please say that's it and not the next stage. Thank you, because I've got someone screaming in my ear about a low battery in a minute. Okay, thank literally everything in the history of the universe which wasn't involved in the creation of that particular thing. Giddy aunt. Right, I've got to try and find a typewriter as quickly as possible because I need to save and sort out these technical difficulties, but I highly doubt that that is going to be possible because there isn't a save spot for about 50 frickin' miles. Unless I can go back. Let's see about that. Because I don't think there's anything... I don't think I've left anything behind. Because it looks on the map like there might be almost like kind of a zip line going off to the left. Yes! This could be our ticket. Yeah. Can I go back across here, please, so that I can save? Sorry, that was tense. That was just a tense fight. As I said, that shouldn't have been difficult, but it just sort of was. It's just the movements. It's just the move. They're not clunky exactly. They're just not exactly as sharp as they could be. Okay, I'm going to run back to that merchant and save, sort out these difficulties, and then we can carry on. Okay? Okay. Looks like the frame rate has picked up a little bit, so maybe everything's fine now, but it probably isn't. Okay. I have taken a moment to just relax and calm down, because that boss fight got me feeling a little tense, and I don't want to be just tense and cross during these videos, because that's no fun for anyone, least of all me. You know what else isn't fun, Leon? You're getting stuck on staircases when I am trying to rebalance my zen. Alright? So just stop it. Thank you. Okie dokie then. So, we've dealt with the super mutant guard dog, and now we can go off and deal with some other stuff. Okay. So there's a merchant and a save point at the end of what looks to be another cave system, judging off how wibbly and wobbly it is. Hopefully it'll be a nice, quiet and peaceful place, but knowing how the past 13 episodes of this game have gone, it's probably going to be about as quiet and peaceful as an orgy in an air horn factory. Oh, nobody's tried to murder me yet, which is lovely. Yay, a grenade! I feel like I haven't had a basic traditional grenade in a very long time. I've been these all modern alternative ones. Oh, some fresh air. Some lovely, lovely fresh air. Okay then. Let's see what we've got in here. I highly doubt that we've seen the last of that red beret man whose name I've already forgotten. Evening, gentlemen! Goodbye, gentlemen. Let me just pop down there and see if any of them survived. Yep, here's one that survived. Did your friends drop anything? It's going to disappear in a minute. Yeah, it seems like they did. Hate it when they do that. I hate it when it disappears, then I hate them dropping things. Okay, I don't reckon any of that will go. Let's just try to grab all of this stuff as quick as we can. Yeah, I doubt that we've seen the last of him, because I know there's an achievement somewhere. There's a Steam achievement about defeating him, winning his boss battle, presumes. And unless I was highly unobservant, and let's be honest, from my reaction to the QuickTime events, I probably am highly unobservant, I highly doubt that that was his boss fight. I feel like they do a bit more with his character than just make him appear for 5 minutes and then disappear. I doubt we've seen the back of him. Oh dear, okay, there's a thing down here. I wonder if this is what leads to the merchants and the save spot. I reckon it does. 'Cause otherwise the merchant and the save spot would be in a rather funny position. And there's one thing I know about my friend the merchant, is he's not a funny gentleman. He's not exactly known for his hilarious quips. The blue stone of... I'm sorry, did you say the blue stone of treason? Is that what you said? Yes, that is what you said. Somehow, in this wacky world of ours, stones can be traitors to the state. You'll pardon me, I'm not exactly sure how that works. But, alright. I'm also not entirely sure how you'd hang them by the neck till death. But we'll leave all that to one side. So is this just a shortcut of some kind? I do not know. Turns out that old man Sadler wasn't buying me from the start. Even though I succeeded in kidnapping Ashley, I sort of sensed this when Sadler didn't completely let me in the loop. Ah, yes. That is person's name. Under the circumstances, I had no other alternative but to call for her assistance. Do you mean Ada? Perhaps she knew this was the way it was going to turn out all along. My guess is that her ultimate goal might be different from Wesker's and mine, so presumably Wesker is in league with this man. This is just the perfect opportunity to find out. After I get rid of Leon and retrieve the sample, I'll put her in a body bag along with Leon and send them both back to Wesker. Right. Plans like that seldom work, do they, friend? Okay then, you've got red glowing eyes again. I still don't understand what the correlation between when you do and don't have red glowing eyes is. I'm very confused about that. I feel like you're a cyborg or something.
Sale. What are you selling?
Okay, how much does a treasonous blue stone go for?
Is that all? Thank you.
3.5 grand is the answer to that
Come
question.
back anytime.
Okay then, is this another gun range? Because on the one hand, I would quite like to do this and unlock a few extra things, bottle
Welcome.
caps. On the other hand, I kind of don't, because I don't want the battery on this thing to die, because I'm using the backup one, which has a significantly worse battery than the main one. But alright, let's just go for game B, for bloody battery. Right, I won't make you sit through this unless anything particularly interesting or hilarious happens, because you've seen these before, and let's be honest, it's not quite as interesting as being thrown around by a massive centaur creature now, is it? Right, I give up. I've done 2 games of this now and I haven't won a single prize, so frankly, you know. I'm going to cut my losses, exchange my anger, and I'm going to end the game because I've bigger fish to fry. Right. Let's go up here and see where this leads us. Okay, this is all quite pretty. So does this lead us just past... No, it doesn't. Curious. Ah, okay, so I think that is... Yeah, that is the other side of this. Okay, I do actually want to go back for a moment. I don't particularly want to waste the time doing it. But I do want to go back because I think there was a couple of items there. I think there might have been a plant. A herb. A healing geranium. Whatever you want to call the darn things. I think there was one of those off there, and I don't want to leave it behind. I need all the supplies I can get. Yes, indeed, it was a yellow one, an especially useful one. Nothing else about it, is there? No. Okie dokie then. Right then. Let's go off and see what else we can find and who else there is to murder. Because if there's one thing I can always be certain about this game, it's that it will never run out of interestingly designed creatures that wish to have large volumes of lead implanted into their jaws. Anything in here? Yes. Excellent. I was leaving tons of stuff behind. Unobservant dingbat that I always have been and probably always shall be. Okay. Anything sneaky hidden off to the side? No? Just some slightly ancient looking architecture. Yes, very ancient, judging by the prominent breasts of the old door motif. We got them on this side as well? No. Sadly, they're only on one side. What a travesty. This seems like a combat arena. This definitely seems like a combat arena. I didn't realise we just stumbled into some kind of old Greek village. Well, ancient Greek village, I should state. I keep thinking I see people out of the corner of my eye, and I never quite do. Alright, who's going to be the first to pounce on me and kill me?
So, you two are all hooked up now, is that it?
Where's Ashley?
Do you
Where
really
did your
want to know?
shirt go?
She's beyond that gate,
Thanks.
but you'll need 3 insignias to open it. What are you gonna do, Krauser? There's one in the north, and the other in the east. And let me guess, you got the last one. It pretty much means you're on a tight leash. Sounds like you thought this one out pretty well.
Interesting. I love how the cutscene puts me behind cover and then hits it. And then I'm not actually put behind cover. Okay, this is interesting. I've never fought anyone with a gun before. His aim is going to be much better than mine. Why isn't this reloaded? I have a distinct memory of reloading this. Right, where is Gideon? Where is he? Where the hell is he? I haven't got a clue. I need to wait for him to, like, reload. Okay. I mean, not really. Well, Gideon, he doesn't hang about, does he? I need to keep a good track of where he is, because otherwise I could end up in a pickle. Stop copying off a Batman. Sneaky man. Okay, let's put the last couple of bullets in here and plug them straight into his face. I need to plant all the damage I can into this kid. Where the hell is he? Guessing this fight is going to take some time. Guessing he's probably moved to a different area of the map. Perhaps. That looks oddly space age, given the fact that we seem to be in a town that was made in about 25 AD. Alright, yay! They're probably giving these to me for a reason. No, for that I'm grateful. Okay, let's head up here. This might give me a better view of the area. Unless I need to go and get one of the insignia, perhaps, and then when I've got one, like that one, he'll then reappear. I fight him again, he disappears, I go and get the other one, and then he appears for the final time, the third time, and the classic rule of 3, that's the time I can kill him, and then I get the third one off him. Perhaps it'll work like that. Okay then, because he doesn't seem to be here. I feel like he would have shot at me by now if he could. Either that or he's just being vaguely competent, unlike yours truly. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, shotgun shells, thank you. Exactly what I wanted. Okay, now where was that thing? It's up there. Okay. Maybe that's why he was here. To, because they knew I'd have to come this way in my quest to try and get this insignia. What the hell is this? It won't open. Pieces are missing. Yeah. Just like my brain. Right. I can't climb up there. Presumably that's the way I come back after I've got it. There must be another way I can go. Evening, friends. You want to try that one again? You're just too competent, aren't you? Also, I remember taking that knife off. Man, your aim is rubbish. I ain't complaining, no. Okay, right. Giddy out. There's a lot going on in this fight, and I'm not entirely able to keep up with even any of it, frankly. Okay, right. It's just, yeah. It's just all the stuff you can give me. Just absolutely stuff me. Stuff me up. Okay, yeah, these seem to be like areas where I can do a bit of reconnoiter, but not a hell of a lot else. Or possibly run to escape from him. That might be sensible. Yeah, running away sounds like a very nice idea. Can I... Gideon! I should probably, melee at that point. I did press the button. Not that that's ever good enough. Would you stop being quite so limber? Have I got a flashbang? not convinced that worked, but we'll pretend like it did. Idiot. I'm not the only one who uses TMPs. I seem to have shot his hat off, which is an achievement I will forever be proud of. I can't get through here, though. I can't activate this switch. Okay, right, come on. Over here, I suppose. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm not saying a hell of a lot. I'm certainly not saying anything of interest. I'm just sort of, here we are again.
What do you intend to do,
Oh,
restore?
you got your hat back.
To bring order and balance to this insane world of ours.
A psycho like you can't bring order or balance.
You don't seriously think a conservative mind can chart a new course for the world, do you?
Oh, those are the 3 insignia I need to open that panel thing we were looking at earlier. Boss fight time? Where your hat's gone? You seem to be very sort of variable on the old hat front, my friend, which I find a little bizarre and confusing, to be quite frank. Get off. I don't care how many bullets I have to put into your He-Man essence pecs. I shall kill you. Sorry, it's literally taking 100% of my brain power right now just to even do this. I'm gonna go back to the shotgun. It's more likely to miss, and it matters more when it does, but. I am acutely aware of the fact. That I have like a shotgun and a machine gun and a sniper rifle and a pistol and a magnum and a load of other stuff, and he's got literally nothing but a knife. The man doesn't even have a shirt, and yet somehow, where is this going? Probably should have asked that question before I started moving the thing around. The man doesn't even have a shirt, for crying out loud, and he's still managing to put up a hell of a fight. I am very conscious of that fact, and exactly how humiliating it is for me, but never mind. Okay, right. I need to move this thing a bit further along. There we are. And now, if this goes on here, this will hopefully open the door. Yes, there we are, and now I can get out. Okay, huzzah. Right, so I am trying to get hold of the insignia then. This was the wrong afternoon to record. Building's busy this evening, it seems. I apologise for all of the noise you can hear on the edge of the microphone. Okay, right. There's no save spot around here, is there? I highly doubt it's going to let me go back the way I came. I would love to quickly save. But I doubt I'm going to get that lovely opportunity. I'm sorry. What? What? You things explode, don't you? Yeah, I could just tell looking at you. You had bodies made of dynamite, and I could just sense it somehow. This is not my day. It's really not my day. Okay. Oh, not again! Oh, not again! Right, could everything just calm its collective tits for 5 seconds? Thank you! Idiot!
What is it that you fight for, comrade?
My past, I suppose.
Umbrella.
What? There is so much going on, and I have no idea what any of it is. Could you... This is not my fucking afternoon. Right, okay, I apologise. I am going to take 5 minutes, cool off, calm down, and reset myself, because this is just getting under my skin right now, because this is driving me mad. Right, give me a moment, and we'll do this again. We'll do it properly, and we'll do it entertainingly. I bloody pray. Right, okay. Taken a moment, I've relaxed, I have chilled, I am better, and the battery is working again. So everything's sorted now. Okay, big problem. I have very, very, very little ammunition, because in that bit where there were all those enemies down by the tents and I used that big fiery barrel to kill them all by burning them, shooting the barrel, they just dropped money this time. They didn't drop any bullets, which means I've basically got to fight him with a pistol, which isn't very good, because he doesn't stand still long enough for me to ever get a shot off at him. Which is why I need the TMP, which has enough speed. But I can't do that anymore. I sure as hell can't use the sniper rifle, and I'm all out of shotgun shells. And I highly doubt I'm going to get a chance to use the Magnum. But alright. Let's try this. Okay. Oh, for crying out, I am getting seriously frickin' pissed off at you, mate. See what I mean? And then he just gets too close too quickly and he stabs you, and it's really frickin' annoying. But it's alright. We'll get through it. Somehow. Okay, I've got the first insignia piece, I just need to find the second one. Oh yeah, and these lovely things again. I'd forgotten about these for a few blissful seconds. My life was nice when I couldn't remember that these things existed. Okay, right. 25. 25 TMP bullets. Excellent. You might as well have given me none. But I'll take them all the same. Right, okay. I should probably take a green one. At least they are being relatively generous with the healing items, which is nice. At least they understand that... Oh, for crying out loud. At least they understand that you're going to get hit a lot by this kid. If nothing else. I think it's the only one that's down there. Okay, maybe this is a moment where I need to be a tiny bit slower and a tiny bit more careful. Where the hell is that coming from? It's coming from you. Great. Just die. Probably shouldn't have wasted that shotgun shell on it, but I needed it for the cathartic release of energy, frankly, rather than anything else. Okay, stop giving me rifle bullets. I can't use them. Man alive, I feel like this episode has made me more angry than I've been in a very long time. And I sincerely apologise for that. It's just very, very challenging. Because you have to get it right. And to get it right, you need certain tools, and so often the enemies just don't drop the right tools. They drop money, which is practically useless.
What is it that you fight for, comrade?
I don't care, frankly. I don't care what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for the people. I'm fighting for the nice people that have made the dreadful decision of spending their afternoon listening to my blasted voice. Right, now where the hell did that thing go? I don't know, and I highly doubt it's dead. I can still hear it somewhere. But I can't see it. So I suppose I'm just going to naively step out here as if everything's fine. There we are. Thou shalt behind me, and this is where the game crashed previously. I don't actually think it was the game crashing. If I had to guess, I'd say it was the battery dying on this thing. Let's say that's what it was. Okay, right. At least I've nearly maxed out my health, which is something of an achievement. Right. Where am I going? Up here, one presumes. Okay, right. We must be nearing the end. We must be nearing the end of this battle. Okay, right. feel like the insignia piece is over there, but I don't know exactly where. Oh, it's here. Now I've got the piece of the eagle. Okay. That's nice. That's pleasant. Oh, you've lost your hat properly this time.
2 down, 1 more to go, Krauser.
We'll see about that.
I'm grateful that you've left one of your weapons behind. No. Oh!
Witness the power!
You've lost it completely, Krauser.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
There's one... Oh, gosh. If there's one thing you are not gonna be able to catch me on anymore, it's a blasted quick time. Do I have to kill this kid in 3 minutes? Is that what you're trying to tell me? It's not just that I need to get away from that box. I need to kill him properly. Oh, for God. Right, do I have any shotgun shells? I've got a few. To be honest, that's enough. That certainly is if I miss all the time, isn't it? That thing acts like a shield, doesn't it? I cannot move my hands this bloody quickly! Yeah. Oh, I'm going to enjoy your death animation like I haven't enjoyed anything in a long time. Okay, so he charges. When he charges, he brings that thing in front of his face, which means he's shielded and hitting him doesn't do any good. Well, that's good. I'm kind of glad that I've died because that means I get my shotgun shells back. Right. Let's reload this thing so we're actually freaking prepared for this. I'm also going to go over here and get this stuff as well so that we can, we don't have to worry about picking this up in the middle of a freaking fight. Let's reload this as well. I feel like this stage of the fight is going to be about picking my moment. I've got to pick the right moment to shoot him, and as such, I need the most power that I can possibly have in my hand, which means using the magnum. Yes, I've got the eagle. The Americans are happy now. Shut up. Can we skip this? No, of course not. A quick tiny bit. What the hell? You didn't do this last time. You should make me a frickin' mind game. Or did you? I can't bloody remember. Right. Yeah, he did. What the hell did he just do? Someone explain that to me, I'd be very glad. Right, okay, at least I got some damage into him. Screw you with a garden rake covered in bubonic acid. I don't know what bubonic acid is. It's something I've just invented, but I quite like the sound of it, frankly, especially when it's near you. I cannot take my hands off WASD to hit X and C that quickly. I apologise, that's slightly beyond my human capacity. Don't get when I'm supposed to shoot him. He never takes that frickin' shield down. And what do I fight with? This, I suppose. So that's the solution then, it's the legs. Great, well now I'm stuck in that bastard corner, aren't I? You wouldn't have any frickin' toes left by the end of this. I'm not going to have any any sanity left by the end either. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, I've just realised something which we're going to get back to in a minute. Yeah, we'll come back to that in a minute. This sordid realisation I've just come to. I just need to get away from him long enough to reload. Which isn't really now, to be honest, but okay. We're doing it now, I suppose. I don't have time for this. I love the half the time he gets staggered and the other half the time he doesn't get staggered, and there's literally zero consistency about when that happens. You think I'll just jump off the blasted tower? Well, we both lost this time. Right, at least I figured out that the knees are the solution, if nothing else. Okay, I've just got to get myself into a vague... To be honest, that little spot that I was in seemed to be a pretty decent place to be. Okay, right. Let me get the stuff. Reload all my various regalia. And then... we'll try this again. Because I need to be pumping damage in pumping damage. I need to learn how to speak the blasted language I was brought up in. I needed to pump as much damage into him as I possibly can, as quickly as possible. There is no time to be running about. I've got to focus entirely on damaging him. Okay, right. I want to stay in this corner, because this corner is the closest thing to safety I've
Prepare
got.
for your death, Leon.
Yes, I know about that. Shush about it. Okay, right, here we go. At least that one's always the same button. Should be grateful for some mercies, I suppose. What's that? Hands trembling at this point. I like that my voice has gotten very calm. Like, I'm feeling incredibly tense right now. More tense than I have in a very long time playing video games. But I tell you, man, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. I just want to keep shooting this man till his kneecaps fly off. Name of hell was that? Oh, for crying out check. I don't care about checking him. He can stay down there and die. I don't care. I just get out of this frickin' tower. Right. Just stick these things in here. Yes, just stick them in. Oh, stick them in like you haven't had it in years. Get on with it, Leon. Thank you. Right. Through the door. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. That's better. Whatever that is, it can park its arse for a week, I don't care. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh my blasted giddy aunt. Why would you put a save spot there when they can save in the end of the chapter but not put a merchant there? I'm most befuddled. What's the point of that? I'm very confused by it. I'm going to save again just in case. Just in case they put that there like that save has a tendency of glitching or something, but... Oh my giddy aunt. I am so sorry. I feel like I've said basically nothing in this entire episode and I've just been cross and tense and irritated the entire time. And if that is the case, I sincerely apologise, because I feel like most of these episodes have contained at least some element of wit. But not that one, and I am very sorry about that. My giddy aunt. Oh, just everything went wrong. Right, I'm so sorry. These earpieces that I have are dying, basically. I've only had them 9 months, but the battery on them is getting shorter and shorter as time goes by, so that means that the technical difficulties happen more and more and more, which is really irritating, because whenever I try to fix them, I either have to shut down the game, which requires finding a save spot, or I have to come out of the game, and when I do that, the sound dies. Not just for you, the sound also dies for me, which obviously makes the game entirely unplayable. So when the technical difficulties start up, they're a royal pain in the arse. And that's happening more and more because the battery life is getting shorter and shorter, which is really, really frustrating, and I don't have the money to replace them right now. But never mind, none of that matters. What matters is that we've gotten to the end of it. We've defeated the massive centaur creature thing, whatever the hell that was. That thing is dead, and if it comes back to life, I shall be most irate, of that I assure you. And we have dealt with Kraus, or whatever his name was. Indeed, that is all finished, and I am very glad about that. This has been one of the most intense and tiring recordings I've made in an extremely long time, and I apologise for that. But it's over. It is through. Now I think, unless I am highly mistaken, we just need to find Ashley, probably get betrayed by Ada, find Sadler, shoot him in the face. I do not look forward to that boss battle at all. But we are in, I think, the final stretch. We're in the final mile of the marathon. A highly enjoyable marathon, but a marathon which is driving me to absolute drink, frankly, because this is just really, really difficult. And it's one of those games where you almost kind of have to suck at the beginning. You have to screw up a couple of times while you experiment and figure out what you're meant to do. And then die, restart, and do it again. Which is a very tiring and frustrating way for me to do it, because when I die I feel like I've wasted the attempt. Like, all the time that I've spent trying to figure stuff out, I feel like it's been wasted, even though in reality I haven't, because I've learned. But never mind. I am going to go and lie down for a little bit. So once again, please take my apologies if this video has been different from the ordinary ones. I'm sorry about that, but this game is just incredibly difficult at this stage. At least it is for a rubbish cretin like me. But anyway, that was a little bit more of the old Resident Evil. I hope you enjoyed it, whatever there was to enjoy. Some more next week, as ever. Look after each other, and